Hello everybody, this is Captain Jerwa bringing you another Pokemon Showdown battle today. This is going to be an RU battle. I have finally torn myself away from OU and NU and got back to RU. And I think it's because I made too many teams with Slowking and Druddigon before, which is why I got bored with it. So I made a team without either of them, and yeah, I had some pretty good matches. So let's just get right into this battle. I'm going to lead off with Sigilyph because I know he's going to lead off with Smeargle. My only chance of preventing him from putting something to sleep and getting up all the hazards is flinching him, but yeah, that's not going to happen because I'm fishing for flinches. It's not going to happen, so... Gonna bring in my Scarf Emboar though. I can just kill him after he gets his rocks up, which is good because he didn't get any spikes up, so that's fine, I guess. But now he just brings in his Kadabra. He knows I'm Scarf, so the only reason he would bring it in is because he is Focus Sash and because Emboar is a huge threat to his team. So I'm gonna go into my Lantern. I can take that very well. I am specially defensive and I can get off a Discharge on anything he wants to bring in, but since I'm fishing for Paralysis, I'm not going to get it, because that's how it works, but, you know, you can't really complain when you're fishing for Axe. I bring in Ferroseed predicting Leaf Storm, but he predicts that very nicely, goes for a Volt Switch, which means he can bring in his biggest threat, his choice Banded Entei. And I do have multiple resists for that, such as my Lantern here, but that Flare Blitz just does way too much damage. Like, that is pretty cray-cray right there. But I do want to save my Lantern, so I'm going to decide to bring in my Emboar, even though this Flare Blitz is going to do like 60% to a resisted Emboar, which is kind of bulky. But I can scare him out with this superpower, but instead I go for Flare Blitz, which is going to really wreck this Spiritomb here, which is great, because this thing was a ginormous threat to my team. Just with its priority, it really threatened my Golurk, my Sigilyph, it had Will-O-Wisp, it threatened my walls, so it's great that I take that thing out. But now he can bring in his Entei again. I know he knows Sucker Punch is a thing, so I'm going to bring in my Golurk, predicting him to go for an Extreme Speed, because of course that would shut down my Sucker Punch, as he does do just that. And now I can get up my rocks, and finally start wearing that frickin' Entei down, because it is a humongous threat. Now I go into Lantern though on his Rotom, thinking he might go for an electric move, but no, he just goes straight for a Leaf Storm, knowing that not much is going to want to take that, and knowing that I went to my Ferroseed on his Rotom last turn. But now I can just go for a Leech Seed here as he goes into his Golurk. Even if he did go into Kadabra there, HP fighting would not be doing too much, and I could break his Sash with a Gyro Ball. But he goes into Golurk and goes for a Rock Polish, and I go for Leech Seed there, just predicting another switch. But yeah, he's Rock Polished up, so this is a big problem. I just have to kind of stall him out with the Leech Seed there, just switch between my Sigilyph and my Ferroseed, and just rack up some Iron Barbs, some Leech Seed, and just go for Protects and stuff. And this turn I definitely should have gone back into Sigilyph because it's really useless at this point, but I let my Ferroseed take a Fire Punch, which is not very good at all, because now I can't really take too many hits from the Rotom, and I cannot take an HP fighting, so I just decided to sack my Sigilyph to the Entei's Flare Blitz and bring my Absol. He is dead to rocks, and he's locked into Flare Blitz, so that Entei is finally dead, and yeah, I have some footing back. Now he brings in Kadabra though, and I bring my Golurk, predicting an HP fighting, and just knowing I can take any hit regardless. And yeah, I could just get off a Dynamic Punch next turn. He brings in Rotom though, and that Dynamic Punch does a decent amount, not as much as I thought honestly though. And now it's where it gets tricky, because I bring my Ferroseed. I'm pretty sure he went for a Leaf Storm that turn, but he did get hit in Confusion, which means that he can switch up moves potentially and go for a Trick, and Choice Specs my Ferroseed. But I did get a nice Gyro Ball off on him, and since he had that prior Confusion damage, he is not going to be able to live the rocks now, which means I can bring in my Absol, just kill him with a Sucker Punch. So now his last Pokemon is his Kadabra, and I can hit this with a Sucker Punch. I was kind of fearing a Substitute, but I didn't think he would really have that, so yeah, he just decides not to go for any support moves and just let me break his Sash and hit me with HP fighting. And now Golurk can live any hit. I did calc this, and yeah, I can just live this Shadow Ball here and take him out with the nice Earthquake, leaving it a very narrow 1-0 victory in my favor. So hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Yeah, it was a very close battle. I definitely enjoyed it, but yeah, if you did, just leave a comment, like, drop a sub if you want to, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.